comparing different formats. So for these next few examples, we're going to just look at different sets of information that is given in different forms. All right, so this first one is given to us as a table. We want to identify the type of function that is represented. So cubic, quadratic, linear, exponential, logarithmic, whatever. So that's what we want to do. So this first one, since it's in a table, I'm just going to draw myself a little sketch and figure out my points from there. So at -4, it's -7. So we're about right there. And then at -3, we're at -4. All right, and then at -2, we are at -3. And then at -1, we're at -4 again. All right, so we can kind of see that we're going to start down here, and then we're going to curve and go back down. So what that looks like to me is a parabola, which means it is a quadratic. And that's all you need to do. You just need to give some evidence of why it is a quadratic function. For this next one, we have to figure out what this word problem is meaning. Suppose we are working on a new type of problem in math, and you are assigned to complete 100 similar problems. You can complete 2 problems in 5 minutes. To figure out how many problems you have left, what type of function would you use? So what I want to do is actually try to create a function. So the first thing I'm going to do is, okay, so we'll do a number of problems in relationship to the time. Okay, so I'm going to have a P of T, problems per amount of time that it takes. So how many problems do we start with? Well, we have to do 100 problems total. And as we do a problem, we don't have to do as many. So we're subtracting off the number of problems that we have done. So the number of problems that we have done is, well, whatever 2 per 5 minutes. Okay, so what we actually have is a linear equation because there's no square, there's no square root, there's no fraction with the variable in the denominator or anything like that. So this is actually just a linear function. And that would be your final answer. So because it's a common rate, of decrease. So that is why it is linear, because there's a common rate, and that common rate is 2/5. And another format would be if it's just in function notation. So we need to basically just identify the parent function. That's going to tell us what type of function it is. So if we get rid of all of our extra letters and extra numbers, then what are we left with? So we're going to get rid of the 2 there, get rid of the 1 there, get rid of the 1 there, and what are we left with? We're left with y equals e to the x power. You can't get rid of e, even though that's a number, because that x can't just be floating in the exponent. So we have y equals e to the x power, which is an exponential function. Okay, and we should remember that an exponential function is something that starts low and then goes high, like that. So it's going to be something like that. All right, and that's the way it looks, so that's our final answer. And all you need to do is write it's an exponential function. So that's it for your notes over comparing different formats of functions. And go through the practice problems, get a little more practice, get more comfortable kind of seeing the way functions work, and then prepare for your quiz.